listening to the Reading Podcast with Greer
and Steph. And this month is February, the best month ever because it's Black History Month. And not only is Black History Month, we want to talk about love. And not only just love, we want to talk about Black love. Mm-hmm. And today we have two very special, wonderful guests today. And may y'all please introduce yourselves.
Here she go juicing me, right? All right. My name is Professor Romeo P. Reese. I am a professor of journalism and media communications at Stillman College. I've been professing for about 7 years now. And I also own a media company. Plus, I'm married to a dope black woman who is superior in every way.
Say that.
And
Am I supposed to introduce myself
right,
now?
and I'm the Browns, Rue. All right, there you go.
Okay. I'm stressed. So my name is Kanisha Series, and for whatever reason, I'm married to this knucklehead, and we've been married for now 3
We've been
years.
married
We're
for
working
3
on
years.
number 4.
Working on 4, been together for 6.
I'll let you have it.
I want to be like y'all when I grow up.
6 years. Wow. So how did y'all meet?
Mutual friends.
So you should just tell us your love story then.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah,
Interesting.
somewhat. All right.
Okay, so I met Romeo when I was in grad school, and 2 of my best friends, they were like, hey, we're going to this guy's house for a kickback. Do you want to come with? I'm like, sure, why not? At this point, we had been in like a group me together, and so he wasn't completely a stranger, but a stranger. And I went over there, and I was trying to hit on him, and he was oblivious.
Men.
Dang.
I mean, you got to be very
Direct.
direct
Yeah.
with your intentions.
Very so. But here is my defense, all right? It was some distracting situations that was going on at the time. There wasn't anything that I could do about it at that time but address those distracting situations because it was things that were being broken in my house that did, and it was a situation that didn't have anything to do with me. Somebody else, 2 other people who came to my house. And I was just trying to figure out why was stuff being broke. Meanwhile, this beautiful, fine woman was hitting on me, and it was just going over my head. It was like, yeah, whatever. But she just threw a mug up against the wall, and these hands.
No, the door. Because she would have got put out.
Right, exactly. So then, in my mind,
He was upset for the rest of the day, and he missed my forward advances because they were quite direct.
very direct. I mean, I'm like, yeah, that's nice, but she just broke something back there, and I'm about to fight somebody. Like, you're going to catch these hands. So after that, I wised up. She started hitting on me again in my DMs. It went down in the DMs.
I did not hit on him
then,
in the DMs. He hit on me.
That's when it just went from there,
So you slid in the DMs.
Nah, she slid in my DMs like.
He slid into mine. I still have the receipt.
I feel like it was. You know how they do it now. I'm going to like about 6 pictures. I'm going to like about 6 of your pictures. And then that's your message right there. Hey, slide in the DM. You never heard of that?
Oh, so that's what you do, Steph?
I mean,
you like 6
Yeah,
pictures?
I mean, yeah,
that's
I'm
her
going
limit.
to love about 6 of your pictures. Then I'm going to go to like a picture from back in 2012 to know that,
That's
I'm
stalking.
looking.
That's that stalking. Oh yeah, she looking.
Oh, see, I'm a little bit more direct. I'm going to just slide in your DMs with my phone number. But,
See?
whatever.
See.
I seen something else. Like, send like a little dog emoji with the ball and
What?
be like,
Whoa,
come here,
whoa.
Fido. You're like, yeah, he went in your DMs. I was just trying to catch my dog. What's your number? I was just trying to catch him.
Oh, I am stressed. Okay, so
Steph is something.
That's how you be
tip
sliding.
number 2
I mean,
to
that's how they
not
slide.
take From this man, he then texted me the wrong phone number.
Oh,
one must proofread your text messages before you go shooting shots and sending out wrong numbers.
Right, and I'm sitting there the whole time. I'm like, damn, I must really be ugly because she ain't hit me up yet. And then she said, oh, you just gave me the wrong number. I'm like, oh, I look back at it, and I'm like, oh, it was my bad. It was like one number off.
Wow.
You know what?
But we've been together ever since. It's like
That is
I was
a
playing
tragic
football.
beginning.
I was playing football. I broke my thumb, and she was like, I got to move in and take care of you. And then she moved in, and we've been together ever since.
You can't cook with a broke thumb. Let me come over there.
That's what she said. That's what she said. How you gonna wipe your booty? Come here.
I said no such thing.
So you would have been on your own on that one. Now, at least I said cook. I make you a grilled cheese or something.
Not grilled. You can't cook still.
No, she can't cook. She said the first thing she said was grilled cheese. Steph, how you from Alabama, and all you know how to cook is grilled cheese?
I can cook more than grilled cheese.
What can you? What else? And see,
I can cook more than grilled cheese.
you
Ramen.
You make ramen.
I mean,
See.
I can put. I don't just put the seasoning there. I can put a little razzle dazzle more seasoning on there.
What's the razzle dazzle?
A little butter, a little garlic powder, a little Creole. Make it a little zesty.
A little zesty.
Right.
Okay.
Note to self: never eat at Steph's house. Got it.
Wow.
Right. Wait, do you like Velveeta mac and cheese, or you like homemade mac and cheese?
Homemade.
All right, now does
Can
y'all
you make the homemade?
Yeah.
mac
Yeah,
and
I
cheese?
just found out how to do it on Facebook.
now when you make the homemade mac and cheese, are you using all cheeses, or are you just using cheeses that are real cheeses?
I'm using all the cheese.
Yeah, let's bless
I
you.
want some Velveeta. I
Nope.
want the shredded mozzarella. The
Nope,
what?
nope,
I'm
and
good.
nope. I'm good. I don't want none of that mac and cheese.
No.
Yeah, you want to taste all types of a part of the
That
continent.
sound like you wasn't made in love.
Right, I don't want
made
nothing
love.
with Velveeta, American cheese. If it don't say cheddar, Gouda, some weird stinky looking cheese, I don't want it. Some brie, right?
That's some up north. Nah, that's up north macaroni.
Up north macaroni. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Don't knock it till you tried it.
The
And
good cheese.
The good real cheeses. Like these are actual cheeses, not
The
that.
heavy
Not that government cheese.
Yeah, not that government cheese, that fake cheese they done made, that COVID cheese. Because
Oh no! But
You
you
got
know, if
the-
you run out of
you got the-
cheese, you put the Kraft singles.
no,
Just line 'em
I
up.
run out of cheese, and I just ain't making nothing with cheese.
That went above her head, huh?
It did.
noodles.
It did. It did.
You made spaghetti.
Bless you. Bless you. Greg, that's your friend.
That's your student.
You're going to have to get it together, Greg.
Wow.
So, in your 6 years of being together, what is one of the biggest things you have been able to take away thus far?
You want to take this one?
The biggest thing, communication. So much communication. Over communicate.
Right.
If you think there's possibly more communicating you can do, do it.
Okay.
Yeah. Communication, communication is definitely going to be key. If you can't express how you feel, if you can't express what you're going through or how somebody could possibly help you, you can't even begin to fathom being with someone, because the communication has to be there. And things change so rapidly, so quickly. And if you can't communicate, what you're feeling, or if you can't communicate what you're going through with your partner at least, then damn doing anything else. Like if I didn't have great communication with her, then nothing that I would do here would connect the way it does. Right? Because I would have to include her in on that. And if I'm not communicating with her, I'm just piling through damn what her feelings are.
Right.
And it's the same thing, vice versa. Like we're in a situation right now where she works for a company that's in a whole different area of the country, right? And thank God, because of COVID, she has the opportunity to stay right here with us, right, with me. But had we not communicated what our intentions were and communicated with each other beforehand, it might not have worked out the same way. Just like when we came down here in the first place, when we came to Alabama, we're from Ohio. So when you're up north and you're hearing about the deep South, right, and this is considered for us the deep South, you hear about the deep South, the first thing you think of is the Klan.
I swear.
That's the first thing everybody's saying. The first thing you think of when you come from up north, the Klan. And they trying to put people back in slavery down there. Right? It sounds crazy, but it's like one of the first things you think of. So if you don't have clean and clear communication with your spouse, and you're about to enter into or think about entering into a situation where you're moving with such strong stereotypes exist, then it's bound to fail from the start.
Right.
True. So to wrap that up, make sure that you are on the same page with the intentions of your communications, because oh my goodness. So, menfolk, they're fixers. You have a problem, they want to fix it. Sometimes you just want to rant. You just need to get your feelings out, and like it took him a while to be able to balance that, because like I got a problem, he wants to fix it, and I just want to cry and yell and scream and get my emotions out real quick. I can get to fixing it in a minute. I just want to express, and then he'd be like, "But no, we got to fix it." And so you got to make sure that y'all on the same page.
Do you think men are like fixers because they're more logical thinkers and we kind of lead with our feelings sometimes?
I'm the wrong person to ask because I am way more logical than him. I'm a mechanical engineer.
Yes. I'm a artiste.
So you lead with your emotions?
Yes, very much so.
Oh,
Well,
first.
that is one stereotype that we just deaded right here.
Yeah, right. No, we are the exact opposite of what people would think we are, right? She is the more calculated, logical thinker. I'm the more calculated, logical, emotional planner. Right? So I know how this emotion is going to connect with that. So let's go around that, or let's go here directly, right? Whereas she'll logically say, "Yep, cut them off, makes sense," and I'll be like, "Oh, but we got so much into this. There's so much built on it. I don't care. Cut it off. It's hurting us." And it's just that simple. I'm like, okay, if little mama cool with it, I'm cool with it too. So, yeah, we completely are opposite on that end of the spectrum.
But to go back to your question, I think it's more so their mindset. They have to be the provider, the fixer, the builder, the man.
I need to find me one of them.
But it's also that training that we have as well, like me, I was trained to be this way. Because growing up at first, it was just my mom, me, and my sister. So when it's one man and three or two women like that, naturally you're going to want to be a protector. You want to be a provider because you don't want to see your family suffering, especially when they don't have to. And that just naturally carried over to my relationships. And then me, I care. Like when I care about you, I care about you. Right? But when I don't, it's cold-blooded. And especially with somebody I'm as connected to as this woman, I care about her. Like it's to the point where she can feel my pain and I can feel hers, like physical pain. So when you that connected, then naturally you're going to want to fix everything that may be wrong. And at first, I didn't understand that maybe it's just nothing wrong. Maybe she just needs to vent this emotion or do whatever. So just let her talk or let her whatever. Quit asking her what's wrong. Everything okay? Right? I mean, I still do it, but I don't do it as much.
So at what point did y'all know that y'all were like in love and like this was the one you want to spend eternity with till
That's my
death
boo
do you
thing.
part? Till death do you part.
Ooh, that's kind of hard now.
When I had the conversation with her dad in the hospital, I knew it was forever. Her father was in the hospital for a while at this point, and I was nervous because I had already had in my mind I was going to ask her to marry me that year anyway. This was back in 2017, and or excuse me, 2016. Sorry, 2016. But I had in my mind I was going to ask her to marry me anyway. Like, I knew 2016 was real huge for me as far as video, traveling, my career. I went to the Bahamas that year. Where else? Was it?
You went to Costa Rica.
In Costa Rica, yeah. I went to Costa Rica that year just filming, right? I had all
Alone. I stayed home with the dogs.
right. And it was like all these things were happening, and I'm like, I couldn't do this stuff with my wife or with my best friend at the time, and it just felt wrong. I'm like, yo, what am I waiting for? Let me have this conversation real quick. And when I went to go have the conversation, it was during a football game, and her dad used to call me Romy. And after I asked him, you know, I said, I just want to ask your permission, you know, to marry your daughter. I really love her. And I went through the whole spiel, and he gave me the straight face. And he said, Romy, I've been waiting for you to ask. So it was like once that happened, I knew it was all connected. But really, it was before that, like when I would be away from her, when stuff would happen, when I found myself anticipating family events like Thanksgiving, Christmas. For me, that was significant because I hated Christmas. I hated the holidays. My idea for Thanksgiving dinner was 4 different bottles of liquor, a big bottle of wine, and maybe just a turkey that I could.
I mean,
Turn up then.
sounds like part of me.
Thanks. Sound like a good Thanksgiving.
Right. So when she had exposed me to all these things, like me cooking for her family for Thanksgiving and everybody loving it, or just me being around them for the annual gift exchange, like the gift exchange is what took it over the top. I'm like, all right, yeah, I'm ready for this. Let's do this. And this is after the first year, so I knew it was a wrap from there.
No, that's dope.
So how long were y'all dating before you proposed?
Ooh. 2 years?
Oh.
2 years, yeah, 2 whole years.
So would you give like someone that's dating, maybe that's like a good time to ask about 2 years?
Nope.
Oh.
I give them whenever they ready.
Hmm.
It's whenever you ready, because to be honest, I could have asked her to marry me after she moved in. And when did you move in, little mama?
Officially July.
In July. We
Officially.
started dating in November.
No, we started dating in March.
It was November.
Well, let's see. We started. I hadn't met you in November.
You met me in November.
I didn't meet you until December 26th. Well, 27th.
You met me in
Because it was
November.
Nate's birthday. So I didn't meet you until December when I came over your house. And then, like, we had started talking that next year in January or whatever. And then I know because we didn't actually start talking until after regionals, and that wasn't until March.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Hmm
If you say so.
I do, because I know I was stressing about it yeah. hmm
So essentially, y'all was dating for like a solid, like on both 3 months before you moved in. So he broke his thumb, and you was like,
So I was
"I'm
playing.
gonna move in."
I was playing semi-pro football.
Okay.
Yeah. And he broke his thumb. But he broke it in such a spectacular fashion, okay? He didn't break his thumb, he shattered it. Okay? He still got pins in his thumb now. But
Yeah.
it was bad enough
Yeah.
to the point that he had to have surgery.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't nobody there to like help him after surgery. So like, you know, I just stayed there, and he was like maybe 10 minutes away from the school. I was still in grad school. So it was just easier that way. Because he's a loopy person when he takes narcotics. And you expected him to like wield a knife, and it just wasn't gonna happen.
Actually, I haven't cut any of our vegetables since I broke my thumb.
I don't blame you.
She won't let me cut vegetables.
Thank you. Don't do it.
So yeah.
That's love right there. She said, "You know what? I like to eat, and I would rather eat my vegetables without blood. So
Right.
yeah, let me gut them."
But yeah, for sure.
So if you could give your younger selves some advice before dating, what would it be?
I'll let you go first.
Okay, so my thing would probably be just take the time to explore you and whatever that means for you. Like, I've probably blossomed into the me now over the last couple of years, if that. And yeah, you just like need to figure out what it is that you like about yourself before you try and go and find somebody else that you like.
I feel that.
What would I
And
give?
stack your coins.
Would I give my younger self? So I met you when I was 30. Yeah, wow. I'm 37 now. So what would I give young 30-year-old Rome? Lose weight, ninja. No.
I mean, technically, at that point, you was like solid muscle.
I mean, it was just happy weight.
No,
It wasn't even
I
heavyweight.
was.
He was a linebacker. Like, he
Yeah.
was big but solid muscle.
I played defensive tackle and middle linebacker when I played football, so I had to be solid. But no, really, what I would give myself, patience. Jesus, patience.
I gave you that.
Yes,
Oh.
yes. Between her and our dogs, and also don't go nowhere near a animal hospital, a veterinarian clinic, a place where you can buy puppies, a shelter, or anything because you couldn't do anything for Valentine's Day, so you wanted to hurry up and try and make it up.
Oh, well, you know.
That's how we ended up with Reese.
Yeah, that's how
He
we ended up
forgot
with our dog Reese.
Valentine's Day.
But it's easy for me to forget days like that. So yeah, we learn quickly. Yeah, we just won't. If we do, we do. If we don't,
I despise Valentine's Day. It's just like I
mean,
don't
for the
see the
longest,
purpose.
I did too, and I still don't see the purpose of it. But hey, if we just gonna randomly be celebrating, why not?
mm-hmm.
So, like, yeah, I think this year I actually told him, I'm like, okay, I want this for Valentine's Day.
And that made it so much easier for me. So now I can focus in on that instead of, oh my God, what am I gonna do for Valentine's Day? All right, let's get 100 bottles of wine and have them sent down.
You know what? I like the parties you throw. I think I like the parties he throws.
Listen, he is a great gift giver because almost every birthday, anniversary, or whatever, it comes with a giant case of wine with like a good 12 bottles. And I'd be like, you love me.
That is love.
Yeah, I think.
No, I need one of them. Let me write that down. I need one of them.
Wine.
too.
I think, what was it? I think one anniversary I got her, it was like 12 bottles of wine, a Nintendo 64 with Mario Kart, a brand new PlayStation 4, Final Fantasy, and the Keyblade.
Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts and the Keyblade from Kingdom Hearts. All just for one. Had it all sitting on the bed and everything. It was dope.
Oh, that's love. That's love.
Also, note to self: Get you a man that can do that. Like, cause of wrong. What
Yeah.
you say the other day? These men out here smelling like weed and disappointment.
Oh, yeah, because child. Yeah, because these men these days, I look at old
Now-
like music videos. I want me a man like from back in the 90s, the one that sang
No,
to you.
No, the ones that was
no,
begging. I'm good
no.
on
The
that.
one that begging. Like,
No.
that be outside your window and sing
Look,
for you.
let me tell you, them the first ones that's gonna break your heart first. Carl
No.
Thomas and them. He was literally crying over a woman that he was cheating on his woman with.
For real though, and she was cheating too,
And she was cheating too.
I mean, but we ain't talk about him.
and she had kids.
Where I wanna be. Nah.
Right.
Sweet little dee.
You see, look.
But I want, but like you said, this generation they smell like weed and disappointment. I want what they that smell like
But-
good cologne.
But
and-
wait, what you gotta
Success.
realize, I met her at 30. I didn't meet her at 18, thank God. I didn't meet her at 21, thank you, God. I didn't meet her at 25, yes, Jesus. Right?
But you said you met her at 30.
I met her at 30.
Them the ones I'm talking about. They smell like weed and disappointment now.
30. I was 30. I was educated. I had 5 degrees by that time. Listen to it, 5 degrees plus a plethora of life experience. I lived from LA to New York, right? I had experienced the hood life, the college life, the prep life, the suburban life, all of it. So I have all those things that I brought to the table with her. So I kind of had an idea of what I was looking for. I knew I didn't want a hood rat, so to speak.
So, Greer.
A hood
Disclaimer: There's
roach.
nothing wrong with with hood rats.
Yes,
I
it
just,
is.
I would just ask
Disclaimer:
that you
there's everything wrong
read
with
a
hood
book
rats.
and find some experiences.
So,
That's all.
Greer, okay, so this we got to do. We got to find a man that went through his phase, got a degree, and got a broke body part. There you go.
Bag. Bag.
I mean,
First date. Have you broken any bones?
in the past 90 days, have you had any injuries?
Oh my god!
Accident prone.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Ooh, she laying it down.
I mean, it's the truth, but I mean, so here's the thing to that. You got to be careful with that because you ask for that, and they will have a broke bone, but it'll be like a broken spine.
Yeah.
You like, you broke your what? You broke your medulla oblongata. Okay, yeah, we'll work with it. Not
We
realizing,
won't,
now,
Cause that's little dangly thing in the back of your throat.
what?
No.
Oh
No.
The medulla oblongata is actually the thing that
That's some of
controls
your
your
brain,
anger
ain't
and
Yeah,
your
yeah.
But yeah. Oh,
the-
not the dangly thing.
And you wondering why he's schizophrenic or
have you ever-
he bipolar.
Have you ever heard that from Osmosis Jones?
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
He was like, you know, the little dangly thing in his boxer shorts. Sorry, I love that movie.
So I need some advice.
Yes.
So I'm in a relationship
Okay.
and I overthink. He is real laid back. He's chill. He's so good to me. But I tend to overthink. That's how I just grew up in, like, past things that happened to me in the past. And I'm trying to, he's like, everything's okay. We good. But I have the tendency to overthink. How can I stop that? I believe him. Like, I really do. Like, I believe it. But, it's just me. It's not him. It's me. I overthink.
So you just told us the problem and answer at the same time.
So what I do?
You said, I trust him and everything, but I overthink.
It's me.
It's me. I overthink.
Like, I like French fries a lot, and he always, like, I always ask him, "Hey, can you cook me French fries?" And I'd be like, "Do you think you ever get tired of me asking him to cook me French
Let me tell you something. Yes. But let me tell you something as well. If he loves you, it don't matter if he get tired of it or not.
He
'Cause
get up and cook them French fries.
He gonna
don't
get
He
up
sure
and
do
do it
get up and
because
cook them French fries.
he gonna get up and do it because he love you. He probably love your
Yeah.
dirty draws. And if that's the case, that's even better. Don't abuse that love, right?
Right.
But what you have to do, like I think a lot with I'm about to be that guy. Damn it. I think a lot with your generation. Ooh, I said that, right? Because you want that instant popcorn type relationship. Like you see what possibly me and my wife have, but you don't know what's on the other side of that, right? You don't know the nights staying up worried, or you don't know the night stress. You don't know our ups, our truest ups and our truest downs. You just see what we present to you, right? And that's a dope thing. And I'll be the first to tell you, we've struggled. We struggle like anybody else. But like we said at the beginning, we communicate with each other. We know, like she knows when I'm breaking down, because I won't tell nobody I'm breaking down. I'll just go until ain't no wheels on this mug no more. And she'll see it before I get to that point and step in for me and either tell folk, hey, no, he's not going to be able to do that. Or tell me, yeah, you're going to go lay down now. Right? Because she know I won't do that for myself because I'm that selfless. I'm trying to help her and others out like that. And her, I know when she's stressed, she get this little glossed over look in her eye. I'll be like, babe, I'm trying to cook some pancakes with some bacon, and it'll be glossed over look in her eye. I'm like, oh, let me block everything around her so she can focus, right? Because if she can't focus, I for daggone sure can't focus.
And these pancakes gonna be burnt.
Here you go, focus on the pancakes.
The whole message.
No, I get it. I'm
She
just
missed
saying,
the
like,
whole
yeah, 'cause
message.
I'm gonna be there for you.
I'm gonna be there
Let
for you.
me-
Then she
hold
heard
on.
pancakes
Let
and
me
bacon. You know what?
Let me
That
turn
would be
the
good.
eye down on the pancakes so they won't burn. Cause I got you.
See, she
I
fucking-
got you. But no, but at the end of the day, I got you. We can have burnt pancakes how you want to. But I got you. Let me just go turn the pancakes.
But
off
no,
real quick.
really. So no, really. Like that communication bit is huge, right? And you don't just instantly get our relationship or a relationship similar to it. You build into it. Man, this took years of getting to this. After that first year was really after she moved in that first year. All right, let's see what this finna be about.
Yeah.
And I know she was like that with me because I know a few times it was, I don't know if I'm gonna do this, right? Because we all have our own meticulous things and particular things that we like, that we do, that we have to adjust to about people's attitudes, the way each other handle stress, the way we clean, the way we do things, like fold our clothes, like. And she was a fan of that team from Pennsylvania that's not the Eagles, like her parents were. I don't know how much this relationship would have lasted, right? But we found that out early in the game from communicating, right? So I think that's a huge bit of advice I could give you. Communicate. Before you even get to that stage, communicate. And trust
Yeah,
what he
that's what-
says is what he says.
I am. That's one thing I gotta learn about is communicating. Cause I be thinking, like I said, I overthink. Oh, I'm a burden. I think I'm being a burden right now. I must talk. But he be like, still stop, communicate. That we need to work on. I be like,
And if he telling it to you, whew. And I know his drawers still stink.
But you know, sometimes, don't you think that like there also has to be on his part? On his part too, there should also be like a reassurance factor.
I mean, there is, but at the same time, it's not his duty to reassure her every time,
Right.
right? So she has to, one, communicate on her own, and then through his actions, that should be reassurance.
Correct.
Then after his actions of reassurance, then he can affirm that with, babe, you're doing a good job, or, yo, I really love what you're doing here. Compliment, right? Or even action show. Like when you show that you appreciate it, that'll go a lot further than him saying, yeah, you got this. You just overthinking this. No.
Yeah. Because I wouldn't be able to do that if you just tell me I'm overthinking stuff. I'd be like, first of all, sir, I know. But secondly, fix it.
Do something about it.
But see, that's another thing, right?
french
So
fries.
even us as men, we're literal, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you tell me to fix it, okay, how I'm gonna fix this? do I connect it here? I got a girlfriend now. Do I feed it?
What do I do with it?
Do I put it in the bath now? Am I okay?
Do I need to take it to the vet?
Right? Do we take it to the vet?
To the vet?
Is a girlfriend expensive? Just tell me that, cause if so,
Yeah.
but you gotta have you even on your end. If there's an issue or if there's a disconnect somewhere, you yourself have to know how to fix it first before you can expect him to know how to fix it.
Facts.
Cause we are not mind readers.
Nope.
No,
Yes, you are.
not,
She told you once before, you just wasn't listening.
right.
Yeah.
While you playing.
But we are not mind readers. Just like we know that you all aren't mind readers, right? And but men are a lot way more simple than women sometimes. Right?
No, yeah, I'm glad you fixed that at the
Yeah.
end.
Way
Sometimes.
more simple.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
What has been my simple dream above anything, right? My simple dream above anything has been to make beats and play PlayStation and be paid a salary to do just that. Nothing is going to change about making beats and playing PlayStation. And if she knows that's my dream, to make beats and play PlayStation, she could have either did one of two things, right? She could have said, you better get real about that dream, get real about what you're doing, you better be focused and do something else. Or she could have do what she did and encouraged me. You know what? We gonna make beats and play PlayStation. Cool. Right? Either one or two things is gonna happen. Either I'm gonna make beats and play PlayStation and be successful and stay with her, or I'm gonna be broke because I can't make beats and play PlayStation and still get paid for it. But either way, it all starts with that communication, and it ends with us seeing eye to eye and being level on everything. So don't rush it, Steph.
I'm not.
Oh.
Other questions?
I got a lot of questions.
Come on, keep going.
All right, cool. So, I need advice.
Here we go.
So I'm not in a relationship. I'm in a couple of situations.
Ain't nothing wrong with no situation.
I wouldn't say couple. I'm
Situation
just
in and
kidding. But like I'm recently divorced, and so stepping back into the dating world, I'm like, I don't really want to. People ain't gonna like me. I got 2 kids. Like, first of all, that's the devil all the way around because I'm fine.
Right?
Anyway,
You better talk that.
so that's the devil. So he gonna have to get up off my back on that one.
Right?
But when you are not necessarily exclusive with someone, is it wrong for wanting to know if they talk to other people? Not necessarily for me. It's not really that you're talking to other people, but if you're having sexual relations with other people, let me know. So then I could be like,
Let me bag
you know, let me decide if that's something I want to deal with or not. Like, I just feel like that's part of communicating. Am I wrong for wanting that?
Absolutely right. Like, so if everybody in the situationships can be adults about the whole thing, you know, you just want to be conscious of, you know, allowing possibly unclean, you know, parts near your parts. Completely understandable.
Okay.
And he should be able to, like, you know, communicate that with you. Especially if, like, you know, on your end, you're very mature about it and you're just like, you know, it's not like, oh, I can't stand her, da-da-da. No, you just want to be.
Cause like, do you play? That's all I want to do. You just let me know what you doing. Sometimes, you know.
But at the same time, the main thing you got in it that you said in there that I can almost guarantee you every young man is going to focus in on is we not exclusive. So why I need to tell you anything?
Exactly. That's where I think that I'm wrong for asking. Cause like, you not my man, so
Right.
I can be
so
like,
it's,
But,
it
like,
goes both
it's
ways though.
just-
right.
It's the how you ask it. Like, hey, like, you know, I don't care, do what you do, but, you know, if you doing stuff elsewhere, you know, we gotta be.
Okay, cool. I got Lisa, Janisa, Pam.
Talking about, and you know, I got the good profile.
Right.
Like,
As long as
at
you
that
adults
point,
about
it's-
the situation, yeah.
Yeah.
Like if y'all are being adults, communicating and being and protecting yourselves, then that's the best way that you can go about it. That's where that communication comes back in, because not everybody is comfortable with saying, yeah, so because we're not exclusive, I am seeing a couple of other people on the side, or a couple of other people. Now we can switch this around and make this an exclusive deal with us, but until you're ready for that, I'm going to keep my options open.
Yeah, see, and then, if I say that, when I said that, he was like, "Excuse me." I said, "Well, sir, you're not my man, so I'm casually dating out here in these streets."
But see, this also depends upon the maturity level of the men or the pool that you're dipping in for who you're dating, right? If they've never dealt with women in general before, then of course they're gonna have that mentality. Nah, only I can see other women on the side.
Okay, sir.
You exclusive to
Blizzard.
me. I'm not exclusive to us.
Oh, okay, Blizzard.
Okay. Bet.
Because who got time for that? Not I.
Right, but just like you said, block, right? You have the choice to be able to do that. But you also have the choice not to pull from that pool of men.
Right.
Right? You have to really be cerebral and targeted in who you are trying to attract to you. Right? And you have to emit that same level of attraction that you want for other people. Right? If you want somebody that's going to be caring to you, you want somebody that's going to be kind, open, and honest with you, then you have to be that to other people, and you have to do that without strings attached. Right? I don't want you being kind, caring, and all that if that's all you're doing for a paycheck, or if that's all you're doing for a grade even. No, be about your business. All right? We're going to survive. We're going to make it. You still going to learn, but you ain't going to get this level of care that comes along with it. Right? But if you have that open communication and you're honest off gate, no matter what type of relationship it is, it will definitely work out for you. And if it doesn't, you're headed off beforehand.
Well,
And you gotta keep that communication open because, they spreading around STIs like Twizzlers out here. So.
Man, look. And
see, that's why I be wanting to ask, because I be thinking out of respect, if I'm messing with you and we ain't in a relationship, and like they said, take two to tango. So we up here waltzing and dancing, and you see another dance partner. Even though you ain't my partner, I'm gonna ask you, hey, are you talking? Are you
See,
dancing
I don't
with
even
this
care
person?
about the talking aspect.
No, not that part.
It's
Like,
just,
dancing. If you dancing with this person, just tell me you dancing so I can make sure that you got on your correct dancing shoes. And because if you up here dancing barefoot, you ain't supposed to be barefoot with me. You better put them tap shoes on too. So I was just trying to make it rated.
You are so country.
I was just
Talking
making
about, you ain't coming to my juke joint barefoot. You got to put them tap dance shoes on.
them last $2. No, you gonna come in my juke joint?
No, but that's a legit, honest conversation. And heck, I was a freshman in college in 2001, and it was the same conversation that needed to be had then that needs to be had now, right?
I was a sophomore in 2008 and had to have this conversation, and it went left. So
Yeah.
we stopped talking, and we still don't talk, even though he was really cool before that. We was real close friends. But yeah.
Okay. I mean, it's just smart now. It's smart business on your behalf because you're protecting yourself, and it's smart business on behalf of women, black women, because you're protecting the image of black women at the same time, but also your family and your future. Nobody wants
no
to
pressure.
be right. No pressure at all.
None.
Zero. Let's go. But if you don't, then you'll have a situation where it'll be a bunch of rumors, and part of it'll be true that, such and such school is STI central, or such and such school is filled with AIDS. I remember folks don't go there, they got AIDS. What? what?
remember that too.
Where is this data coming from? Like, I couldn't imagine where it's from. Then you get there, and not only do you hear rumors about people on campus, but if you sit back and observe long enough, you'll see the patterns of other people on campus and can deduce from those patterns of other people on campus how person A through B may or C may be. So, yeah, you got to protect yourself. You got to have that conversation.
And it's okay, women. Just a disclaimer too. It's okay to bring tap shoes to the party.
Yep.
Yeah, you
It's
can
okay.
tap all you want, cha-cha slide,
Yeah.
anything you want to do.
'Cause,
As
you
long as
know-
you got your correct shoes on.
Oh
Right.
my God.
And if you are sexually active, get tested every 6 months.
Please.
Tell them, unless you're married.
Right. And see, this is my thing. That's one of the first questions I ask on a date. When's the last time you got tested?
Last week. What about you?
Let me see them
So you
results.
trying to waltz with me?
Let me see them. Let me see them.
That's how it's
Let me
supposed
see.
to be, though.
Because I just, you gotta you have to protect yourself, and then you gotta also know the stats out there and what's going on around your area, especially if you're dealing with people in your area.
I've known people, personal close friends to me, that have been burned and had streaks where they weren't telling people, and it just really bothered me. Like, it bothered me. Like, I had to hold them accountable on that, right? Like, literally had to hold them accountable on having sex with other people and not telling them that they had a STD. Not an STD that could take them out of here like AIDS or HIV or something. No, but it was still something significant that people need to know about this stuff, right?
Yeah.
And they just like, I'm not going to tell such and such. I'm gonna just go. Like, fam,
Just go.
fam,
Where you going?
like.
No.
And so you definitely not only have to get tested, but you gotta watch out for the signs. Now, there's no huge signs to tell that your partner, hey, they got the herpaderp. unless it's
of an
been-
outbreak and it's
right,
like, bum bum.
right.
Bum bum.
Ooh, is that a bum bum? No.
Is that a bum bum right
No, I'm not doing that bum bum.
Oh, not the bum bum.
But
But yeah, also, we've had friends that was actively just out here, spreading life barefoot.
Oh my gosh, not
With
super spreaders.
Yes, no, and knowingly they had upwards of 10 people on their roster at once, and they was all barefoot parties, and it's just like,
Ooh, them foot's nasty.
It's gonna fall off.
I mean,
Foot's gonna fall off.
I mean, like it was stories that came back like such and such did such and such and such and such. And I'm like, nah, for real, nah. In the back of my mind, I'm like, yeah, that happened. I know.
talking about, ooh, he got you too. They got you too.
Right?
Boy.
Talking about bless the babies.
Oh, thought you know.
Do y'all have any advice to the young viewers, black lovers, and go-getters, and whatever you want
Go
to say?
getters.
So
Whatever it is out
you
there.
in your 20s right now?
Mm-hmm.
I guarantee you, the person you are in 10 years is not going to be the same person. So, forgive yourself. Allow yourself to experience and make the mistakes now when you have the time to bounce back and recover.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get hung up on it.
Mm-hmm.
Just keep moving.
Just keep moving.
Period.
I mean, facts. She said it all. The person that you are now in your 20s is not going to be the same person that you are in your 30s. And even the person that you are in your 30s is not going to be the same person in your 40s. You are going to evolve. You are going to pull from every experience from the time you became an adult up until that time in your 30s, 40s, whatever it may be. And it's going to make you an even doper person than you already are. And that's in your personal life, your professional life, your business life, your gamer life, your sex life, your anything life. You are going to be a completely different person than you were 10 years ago. And if you're not, bless you.
Let's talk about your stagnation
Yeah.
and
The fact that-
unique growth.
Right.
But for me personally, I know some of the situations I'm in now, if I hadn't experienced what I did growing up, I'd be freaking the hell out.
Right.
Like,
I
it's
mean,
just all
I can
those
handle
little
it.
things adds up.
I'd be able to handle another divorce if it ever comes.
No, so I'm a firm believer in speaking things into the world, right? Speaking things into existence. Why? Because us being here in the first place is something that I spoke. Like, even us being married is something that I spoke. Her being Mrs. Reese is something that I spoke. And I love proving people wrong or surprising people because I can see in their face when I say something initially, either they're not taking me when they're not taking me seriously, or they just don't flat out believe. And then I can turn around and be the "I told you so" person, right?
Oh man.
So when you say I'll be prepared for another divorce, don't say that.
I said I could handle one if
Nope.
it came.
Can't take it out.
You right.
We're not saying that
I'm with
because
you when you right.
the next person is you got to have in your mind, this is my forever person. This that forever person. And I was in, before I met my wife, I was in a relationship with a young lady for on and off for 7.5 years.
How do you do that? How do you be in a relationship with someone on and off for 7.5 years? How do you do that?
Because I was stupid.
Okay.
And
I
if,
did fast.
see,
But I was young and dumb and inexperienced.
Yeah.
Like,
young, dumb, looking for something that couldn't nobody else provide for me. I didn't have the guidance at the time on it because my parents weren't married. My dad didn't know what a long-term relationship was to save his life. So I didn't have that rock solid example of what not only a man should be in this type of a situation, but what I should be like, where my family comes from. You know, some of those family values that you would have. I didn't have that. I got that from the streets, and I got that from other people that I met in the streets. So if you don't have that, then you're not going to naturally know how to cater to your woman. But you pull from those experiences, those men that you meet that may annoy you, for young men, may annoy you at that time, may seem like, yo, my man's is bugging right now. He's dropping knowledge on you as you speak. I wear a suit and tie every day. And all my peoples tell me this is crazy seeing you like this. Because I was a Jersey type dude. Early 90s,
Oh,
big
Jabos.
pants, the Jabos, the dunks and a jersey. You know, something like that. I hated putting on shirts and ties, right? And then when I started teaching, I seen the importance of me putting on a shirt and tie. Because the first thing everybody asks when you put on a shirt and tie, oh yeah, what you all dressed up for? Where you going? My first response is, it's what I wear every day. It's my normal uniform. I'm going to work. I'm just going out. You know, because I want to normalize that. Right? When our young men don't effectively have that around them, can't see that every day, then they can't relate to it. And when you live by what I live by, I'd rather see a sermon than hear one any day. Then I have to put it on. And what I mean by I'd rather see a sermon than hear one any day. Instead of you asking me or instead of me telling you, you should do it such and such and such and such, I show you. And then you emulate what I do and then add on to it.
then if you want to like segue that into a relationship, you know, if you love you, you're not gonna accept some lukewarm or whatever affections.
Look at you using the bruh's terms. I.
Anywho.
Good day.
Right.
Anywho. Anywho.
Good day.
Night night.
Like, yeah, you know, just taking the time to really love even the messed up parts of yourself. You need to love the whole thing, okay? Like, even the parts that, like, you know, like, I know I'm lazy. I know I'm a procrastinator. I love myself. I know how to work around it. But, you know, like, my extremely long, dumb 5-year on and off relationship was the only, like, really serious one I had before this one. And, like, I just let him talk to me any kind of way because that was the voice inside my head anyway, telling me that same thing.
Mhm.
So, like, you know, talking about, what was it? He was so toxic. He would point out whatever I did wrong and then say, oh, but I love you anyway.
So he was gaslighting you?
Like, it wasn't even, like, it would just be like, you know, like a put down and then be like, oh, but I love you. Talking about,
So
yeah, I'm just
manipulative
gonna-
behavior.
talking
Mhm.
about,
Narcissist.
You know, yeah. Just like, talking about, you know, you can't do this, right? Da, 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 but I love you. Like, I mean, at that point in my mind, like, you know, I had low self-esteem. Like, I was definitely on myself, like, I can't do anything right. I can't do this. I can't do that, or whatever. So I let him talk to me that way. But I wish you would.
Yeah, nah. We can cancel that. I'm too much of a protector to talk to her like that, and to even think to talk to her like I want to fight this dude now. Just her saying that. I'm that guy. I'm that protector. Like, who we finna go make disappear? All right.
Okay. Well, can you adopt me as a little sister then? Your niece or something?
For sure. You keep on going. For sure. All right.
Okay, so I have this random question, and this is gonna be our last question. What song, and this goes for all of us, we're gonna all do this. What is a song that describes your relationship or status?
Oh, really?
Oh Lord, wait a minute.
I'll let her go first.
Blake Shelton, Honeybee.
I love that song. Did not know, just random like tidbit about that song. Did not know he was singing that song about Gwen Stefani.
What?
Yeah, you know that's his fiance now.
Yeah, I know, but how did you not know that?
Well, I didn't
at
know
that
because I
point-
was still stuck that I thought he was still married, you know, because I thought, I thought he was one
He
of the
was
good
a
men.
whole married to a whole country singer for like a couple years, and
Yeah.
then they split. and
Miranda
then,
Lambert, I
like,
think.
Yep.
Yeah, but like, you know, so I mean, it was some shifting going on there. He could have been writing it about whoever.
Nah, my man's was a little too close to her on The Voice. He was laughing at her jokes a little too hard on The Voice. It was always the then somebody else. Shut up, Pharrell.
I mean,
It's so true.
I mean,
Where's the lie?
All right.
But yeah, okay, that's mine.
oh, it's my turn.
Mhm.
Oh, This Is Why I Love You by Major.
Bless you.
Why?
Bless you.
I love that man.
You such a young lover. Bless you.
I love that man.
You still got Similac on your love.
It's a good milk.
What? Yuck. All right.
I think because since I'm single, I ain't got one from no relationship. But I'm gonna say "Pick Up Your Feelings" by Jasmine. Sullivan.
Jesus. Oh, you are savage.
Listen,
Ooh, yeah. It just to a T.
My song hasn't changed since our wedding day. Needy Bees by Nick Akeem.
Oh,
Look at y'all.
be like y'all when I
guess. You know, I just
grow up. Just like
one
y'all.
day it's gonna happen for me.
I mean, hard work, you'll get your Romeo one day. Just don't say his name is Romeo, because then he going to have to catch the hands of life from all the cues.
you are stressful.
Well.
So stressful.
You know, I just okay. So well, thank you guys for coming. We really appreciate all the advice.
Thank you for having us. Anytime.
All right, don't say that. I might hold you to it.
All right.
Don't say that now. No, but for real though, I want to thank everyone for tuning in today. Steph, can you let them know where they can follow us?
You guys can follow us on Facebook on the Stillman College Magnolia Campus Media page. And we will continue our part 2 on Black Love on our next show, also talking more about Black History Month as well. If you have any questions or suggestions, you can send them to Stillman College Magnolia Media Campus on Messenger. Also, we are planning on having a
Magnolia Campus Media. Not
Magnolia Campus Media. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
On Messenger. Also, we are planning to put a box for suggestions outside of the calf at the top of Hay. If you want to be anonymous, so you can talk about your relationships, situationships, and entanglements.
And that's it from us. Until next time.